Wes.
This is the one time of the night that everyone really looks forward to at a wedding, the speeches. I'd like to invite the best man, Wes Rose, and groomsman, Michael Rose, to come forward and say a few words. Round of applause.
Thanks, Liam. Just bear with me for a moment. It's wonderful to see everyone here as well. For those who don't know me, my name is Wes Rose, and I'm Ethan's eldest brother. So being 10 years older than Ethan, our brotherly relationship growing up was a little bit different than most, I suppose, but nevertheless included many happy times, which was fantastic. My early attempts to assert my authority over Ethan were met with an unusually high level of stubbornness from the big man. And I do remember frequent fights and the butting of heads that were always in those exchanges. We always used to say for Ethan that he'd argue with a lamppost if you had to go, and I'm sure he would have gone close to winning too for a few of those. When Ethan was about 11, I moved away for work, and from then on we seemed to get along much better, which was good. Fast forward a fair bit. And as he got older and started working, it was apparent to all of us that, like his dad, he was a jack of all trades, but also he wouldn't suffer any fools. For a man of only 23 years, he has packed in a lot of occupations, probably more than most of us would manage in 2 lifetimes. By the way, though, they've come in good stead during the renovations at their house, which is quite fortunate. However, we were a little surprised back a few years ago when he came home after a litany of labouring jobs to say he was going to start work as a hospital orderly. Bit of a change in the direction there. But as they say, sometimes the road of life takes you down an unexpected turn and you have no choice to follow it and end up in the place you're supposed to be. And I think for Ethan that sums it up, because it was a fateful stint as an orderly at the Rocky Martyr that he has proved to be his most life-changing job. Is where he met his beautiful wife, Ashlee. So, very faithful. And a good move too, mate. He was a fantastic orderly. Give him a clap, yeah. Now, these jobs, I'm only going to keep it short because I'll give it to Michael. These jobs gave the means to pursue an affinity, and for those who know him well, he has a real affinity, especially when he was young, with cars. And I think sometimes I think he should have been a used car salesman, because he owned nearly every obscure car that you could imagine. I'm talking F-trucks, Combi Utes, I didn't even know they existed. He bought a Bundera, sight unseen, from South Australia, and it turned up and it went down the highway like a crab. It went sideways. I don't know how many times I've tried to talk about that one. And a Dodge Nitro. I mean, of all the... Yeah, that's just a few of the many cars. It seemed to us at one point that he was changing his cars as frequently as his underpants. Luckily for him and for Ashlee that this trend doesn't coincide with his women. Because it was apparent to all of us that once Ashlee was on the scene, that she was the only girl for him. So Ethan, just a couple of parting words. Congratulations, mate, on your wedding. You'll make a terrific husband. We're proud of you and the man you have become, and I know especially that Dad really would be proud of you and all your achievements, mate. Well done. Ashlee, welcome to the family. Yeah. I always say it's true in a good relationship that the partner brings out the best in their other person. So thank you for bringing out the best in Ethan. You've really straightened him out, and I tell you, for putting a stop to his car addiction, that's a pretty big one. And finally, just can I get everyone just to charge their glasses? The bridal party today have done a fantastic job supporting Ashlee and Ethan, and if we can all just make a toast to the bridal party. To the bridal party. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your night.
Thank you.
So for everyone that doesn't know me, my name is Michael. I'm Ethan's older brother, but only about 18 months. So me and Ethan are pretty close. We've basically lived the exact same lives from birth, but turned into completely different people. So I don't really understand teaching-wise. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, Ethan's always been quite stubborn, and I seem to be a complete pushover. Yeah, so anything to me, I'll back straight down and be on your side. But anyway, so obviously me and Ethan used to have lots of little fights, but we'll get into that. So yeah, good evening everyone. Thanks for the effort that everyone made to be here today. I know there's a lot that wish they could have been here to celebrate, but are unable to due to a variety of reasons, but that's okay. So where do I start with Ethan? I've got so many memories. It's hard to just think of like any one, but the one I was thinking was constantly laughing at no one else. Oh, hang on, where have I got here? Oh yeah, sorry, here we go. So me and Ethan, whenever we're together, our girlfriends know this, we always know what the other one's thinking, and we're constantly laughing at things no one else has any idea about. That's usually when Greta and Ashlee just look at each other saying, like, what are we getting into? But at least Greta can still get out. Thank goodness, we're a lot more civilised with each other now, though, compared to when we were growing up. Constantly fighting with each other. We never took things to extremes, because once, like, first blood was drawn, that was usually it. But one of the funniest stories I've got about us fighting came when we visited our Auntie Wanda. And I can say this joke because Dwayne is not here. That's Wanda's, that's my uncle. I wouldn't have been able to say it otherwise. So yeah, when we were kids, we went down to visit Auntie Wanda. We'd always go down and visit Wanda at the Gold Coast in Brisbane. It was the only chance we'd ever get to go do anything. So thanks very much, Wanda, for all of that. And yeah, they just moved into their new house, and me and Ethan were just wandering around looking for general mischief to get up to. And we found in the shed, or in the garage, there was heaps of removalist boxes, because they'd sort of just freshly moved in. And we were going through all the boxes. Definitely shouldn't have been doing that. We're going through all the boxes, and we found this pair of boxing gloves, like tied together, like good boxing gloves, these big gloves, and we were like, oh, sick. Like, so we untied them. We just started belting each other around with them. Like, I've got the left one on, Ethan's got the right one. We're jabbing, crossing, uppercutting each other, punching. And it was great because it didn't hurt, because it's such a big glove. So we're just bashing right into each other and sparring. Next thing we hear Dwayne coming down the stairs. So we're like, oh, like grab him, like tied him back up. Just as I'm placing him back in the box, Dwayne walks in and he goes, oh, I see you found my gloves. Do you know who the last person to ever wear those gloves was? We're like, oh, no. Who was it, Dwayne? And he's like, Jeff Fennick. The last man to ever wear those gloves, boys, was Jeff Fennick in his title bout against who knows who or whatever. And we're like, oh, that's awesome. We better put them away then. We better not play with them. And yeah, put them away. Yeah, I don't think Dwayne knows that. He still doesn't. I think the whole family knows now. We'll keep it from Dwayne until he's on his deathbed, and maybe we'll leave it up. But anyway, so yeah, aside from that, the biggest fights we had were on the footy field. We were always like on the same team, but as I said, Ethan's the complete opposite of me, and Ethan would go around throwing elbows, sniping kids, punching them in the back of the head when he goes up for a spoil, because we're playing AFL. And because we both wear a headgear, we're both in the same age group, we both look the same, I copped all the repercussions. And I'm just running around, just minding my own business, bang, getting smacked by someone, grabbing me by the thing, calling me a grub, calling me all these things. I had no idea what this person's on about, so I had to finish every fight Ethan ever started on the field. And then, yeah, but I got mine back. I got it back on him because one day when I couldn't play, I was umpiring. Ethan decided he'd, do the same things as he usually was, thinking probably because I'm his brother he could get away with stuff, but I sent him off. So, yeah, that was a very interesting car ride home. But anyway, as for Ashlee, I couldn't think of anyone else I'd want Ethan to be with. You're such a great person. You get our humour, and when you don't, you just let it slide, which is great. And I feel like if I needed to, I could talk to you about anything. And you're literally sort of everything that Ethan isn't, like in a good way. And yeah, I know it must get frustrating sometimes, but you can be safe in knowing Ethan loves you more than anyone else ever could. And I know he would go above and beyond for you in any way you needed it. But you'd probably need to stop and spell things out for him a minimum of 3 times, which you would know, because he's not exactly the academic of the family. One day in grade 5, when he was learning how to use a computer, Mr. DeWard, he's a very literal kid. When we were taking photos before, Ash is standing there with the bouquet, and Ethan's sort of hugging. And the photographer's like, okay, now just put your hand, Ethan, on the bouquet, just sort of around. And Ethan's gone, like shoulder up like this. I was like, oh, too literal. So yeah, we're getting. He's in a lesson with the computer teacher, and this is when computers were first sort of starting to get brought out in schools. And yeah, this is Ethan. So the computer teacher's like, okay, now we've been doing a lot of work today, guys. Just need to close the windows and shut down the computers. So Ethan gets up and closes all the windows. Closes the windows to all in the classroom, and Mr. DeWard's just there, just. Had no words whatsoever. It's a classic. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. To finish, I think the best indicator about this marriage has been the lead up to it. I never straight out asked you, Ashlee, but when I was alone with Ethan yesterday, I asked him how he was coping and how he was going, and if he wanted to talk about anything, and if he was nervous or anything like that. But all he said to me was ever since he finished work on Monday, he's just been nothing but excited. Just excited for this day. No nervousness at all. He had a little bit today about the church. He was a bit nervous about the whole church thing, but that had nothing to do with, marrying Ashlee or anything like that. He had no nervousness whatsoever, just excitement. And yeah, that speaks volumes about Ethan's love and devotion towards you. Yeah. So I know the two of you will have a happy and full life together, and I really look forward to enjoying many times with you. I love you both. Thanks very much. Can I just ask everyone now to charge their glasses to the parents, to Rob and Barb, and to Noreen and Dad. I know Dad's here and looking down and loving it as well. To the parents.
To the parents.
Cheers. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Enormous round of applause for Wesley and Michael. That's enlightening and fantastic. Thank you. Michael, you forgot your speech, but I'm not going to read it again. Now I would like to invite the groom to the stage. Maybe he has a few stories to tell about the boys. Go on, Ethan.
We're off to a good start. Alright, thanks Michael and Wesley for those kind words, and then just immediately pay me out straight afterwards. That was good. Alright, on behalf of my wife and I, we'd like to thank you all. Oh, so what happened then? Alright, we'd like to thank you all for coming here today and sharing our special day with us. We hope that you all are enjoying your day as much as me and Ashlee are. And thank you all for your cards and gifts and your support. I would like to thank everyone that has helped us in preparation for today. I can't mention you all by name, but just know that me and Ashlee are very grateful. To the bridesmaids, you all look absolutely amazing today. And thank you all for throwing Ashlee a fantastic hens night. And she will never forget, hopefully all for the right reasons. And for helping Ashlee prepare today, she couldn't have done it without you. To the groomsmen, thank you all for your help today as well, and for throwing a great Bucks night. And today wouldn't have been the same without all three of us. So, thank you. To Rob and Barb, thank you for your hospitality over the years as me and Ash travelled to and from Rockhampton, and also making me feel part of the family from the very first day. When Ashlee first took me to Gympie to meet her family, I was a little nervous in the car the whole way down, having only met Christine. So I was asking Ashlee, what does your dad like? What should I talk to your mum about? What if your brothers don't like me? Ashlee just said, shut up. She said, you will be fine. Dad likes the sport. Mum likes talking about the farm and getting gossip. And Jake and Nick, they don't really say much at all. So after having lunch when we got there, Rob went into the lounge room to watch TV for a bit. I followed him in and said, how about those bloody Broncos? Which started a lengthy conversation about a football code I knew little about being an AFL man. But talking to Rob came very easy, as he is a very nice man and easy man to talk to. As for Barb, the only goss I had was on people she didn't know and they lived in a different town. So I started to talk to her about the farm, which was good. We only talked about it for a few seconds and she said, I'll show you around if you want. So we went up to the shed, got on a quad bike. She got on a quad bike and said, get on the other one and follow me. She ripped off, holding her hat in one hand and pushing the accelerator flat stick with the other. I looked at the other bike through the dust and thought, how the hell do I start it? Because we never had anything to do with any sort of motorbikes ever. So after pushing the quad bike out of the shed in neutral, because I had absolutely no idea how to put it in reverse, I finally got it going and found Barb about 3 blocks away. Having her show me around the farm and the bikes was the best thing and the best way to do it. So after the first few hours, I felt like part of the family, and I can't thank both of you enough. I also would like to say thank you to Mum and Dad, who is no longer with us, but thank you both very much for raising me into the amazing man I am today. It's like the only joke I got now. Oh yeah, Dad and Mum have always been there for me and my brothers when we were growing up and gave us the best childhood we could ever ask for. Thank you both very much, Mum. Oh yeah, thank you both very much. And Mum, you are still doing a fantastic job of helping us boys whenever we need it. Thank you. And as for my brothers, you've said all the stories, so thank you very much for the childhood that you didn't give me the childhood, but thanks for being part of that and for growing up with me and making it something special. You can clap there. And last but not least, to my wife, Ashlee, who I met back in 2011. First time I saw Ash, I thought, I've got to meet this girl. And after doing so, I quickly asked her to come to footy on Saturday, hoping that you would say yes. After you said yes, found out at training the next day that footy was in Gladstone, which was about a 2.5-hour drive. And we always go down as a family. So I gave you my address to come out on Saturday morning. Mum, Mike and I were waiting for you to arrive. When I looked down the street to see what this just terrible noise was, oh man, this crazy sound was, it was your car driving down the street with about 10 metres of like industrial plastic dangling from behind it, blowing around like crazy. You pulled up and got out and said, damn, it's still there. And I asked, when did you run over it? And you said, oh, it was about near Allenstown, which is probably about 10k from my house. So it was on there for a fair while. Still the funniest thing you've ever done. So after lasting the first date in the car with my family, you said you had a great day and you would like to hang out tomorrow. After a while, I soon asked you to be my girlfriend, which made me very happy. And now I get to call you my wife, which makes me the happiest man in the world. So on that note, I thank you all for coming and I hope you all have a great night. And I'd just like to pose a toast to Ashlee.
To Ashlee.
Thanks very much, Ethan. That's amazing. It's a bit of a mess up here at the moment, so... now I'd like to invite Christine to say a few words.
I'm not drunk. So I'm just going to make my speech nice and quick. Is that better?
You're going to speak up.
Okay, I'll start with talking about Ash. So Ash is not only my sister but also my best friend. From whenever I can remember, I've looked up to her and she's inspired me to be the person that I am today. Today, Ash is a beautiful bride, but from today on, she'll be Ethan's beautiful wife. I'm so proud of who you are and so grateful I can share today with you. Ethan, sorry. Since I met you, you have taught me so many useful, not so useful things. Some including what a flicker is, a weed eater is, and how to make a grand entrance into Master's grand opening day, in which he tripped and slipped through the door. Just to name a few. I think I speak for the whole family when I say, welcome to the family, officially, even though you've been a part of it for about 3 or 4 years now. To the both of you, Mr. and Mrs. Rose, congratulations and best wishes for your married life together.
Thanks very much, Christine. It's a bit of a list up here. Now I'd like to invite Noreen and Wanda. Wanda's run away. I'd like to invite you all, up to the stage. I didn't know.
Wouldn't be good.
Actually, I was hoping not to say anything. And before that, Michael said that Ethan finished on Monday and was really happy. That's because he doesn't have to get up in the morning for about 3 weeks. But I thought about what I was going to say and everything, but I think I'll go with the short version. The short version is that we like Ethan, and Ashlee likes Ethan. So charge your glasses and drink a taste to Ashlee and Ethan.
Thanks very much, Rob. Noreen Rose and Wanda Dike are ready. Would you like to come forward, say a few words?
Did it.
Round of applause.
Who's first?
You. You're the eldest.
I'm a bit like Rob, I'm not really used to this.
Yes, you are. Go on.
I'd like to thank everyone for being here tonight. Ray would be so proud of our boys. Seeing them all standing here tonight makes me very happy. I'm very happy to see Ethan marry such a beautiful, caring woman. I love Ash like a daughter I never had. I wish them all the best in the future. And I'd like to finish off with a little story about Ethan. Ethan has a different way of thinking than most people. For example, back when we had a camera we had to buy the film and it cost a lot of money. We only had 24 films and we were down to 5. And we were out at Aramac. Michael was taking photos and I was. Ethan says, how come I can't have a go? I said, oh, well, go on then, you can have a go. But he said, I want to take a photo of those emus over there. I said, well, just take one. So he took forever to take the photo, and when he got back in the car, I said, why did you take so long? He said, I had to wait till the other emu moved, because she said to only take one. I did mean one photo, not one emu. That's it.
How can you top that? Oh my goodness. Let's start with E.T. Ethan Thomas. Him and I have been mates since the day he was born. Noreen brought him around at about 18 months and said, Wanda, can you look after Ethan? Ray and I have an appointment. No worries, I said, I can look after Ethan. Well, as soon as they left, he stood at the front door and he cried and he cried and he cried. And Dwayne said, what are we going to do with him? I said, let him cry. So 2 minutes before they got home, he finally stopped and Noreen said, how was he? And I said, oh, okay. She said, like hell, he's cried the whole time. I said, yes, he has. Anyway, back in 1994, Dwayne and I and Jamie and Angie moved to the Gold Coast, and Noreen used to come and visit us with the 3 boys. And Wesley was almost like the father, because Ray wouldn't come, he hated the big smoke. So Wes stood up and he'd get them all there, he'd find which station to get to and whatnot. So, so off they'd come onto the Gold Coast, and Noreen and I would take them to all the worlds. And one day we went to SeaWorld. They were only really little at the time, and his very first visit, and he'd come crying and crying. And I said, whatever's the matter with him? Oh, he's missing Ray. I said, well, let him ring him. So he rings his father and he's settled down. Next morning we goes to SeaWorld, and we'd have to say to Wes, don't tell them that you're 12, just tell them that you're about 5. It's not paying for you to get in. But
Wes was on it for his age.
yeah, Wes got in for 5 for 15 years, but anyway. So we're at SeaWorld, we had a wonderful day, and that night they had a big laser show. So Noreen said, well, why don't we stay for it? Yeah, I said, that'll be fine, we can catch the bus home. Anyway, so we put them on the table and said, don't move. Whatever you do, don't move. We're going to go and get your tea. Well, Noreen and I went over to the cafeteria and turned around, there's not a child in sight. And Noreen said, where are they? I said, oh, I'm bugging them, I know. Anyway, so she rounded them all up, she was belting the shit out of the 3 of them. And this lady said, I'm going to report you to the children's services. And Noreen said, go ahead. Anyway, we caught the bus home. I said to Noreen, look, I don't know how we did it. How we weren't murdered, I'd never know. We'd get out of the bus at Broadbeach, have to catch another one to University Shores, stagger home with them. Finally get home. Anyway, Ethan and I, when Ray was really sick, I had to go to Ethan's graduation and stand in for Noreen. I really helped Ethan a lot when his father was passing away, and But the three boys are really, really close. And Wesley used to set a really, really high standard. And he said,